Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So, in the past few days, I've been making many YouTubes on Wing Chun. And this just 3 days ago, you can see there's 1,000 viewers already. So, many of our Wing Chun friends ask me if I can share in English. So our Wing Chun brother and sister know what is going on. What do I presenting? So today I'm going to share with you what is going on. Okay. Now, so let me start with this. A few days ago, I got a short video from China. And in that video is there are some Wing Chuners who is looking for trouble with Xiau Dong and get Xiau Dong pissed off and say this. I like to prove it with Wing Chun. Do you know what is the genocide? Genocide Wing Chun? And then here step on Yip Man. And here step on Bruce Lee. Well, after watching this, I was questioning what happened here. Okay. How come Xi Xiaodong gets so pissed off? Okay. And again, as a Wing Chuners, do we want to get people telling us, we're gonna genocide you? Okay, even though I'm not from a Grandmaster Yip Man's lineage. Well, if the Wing Chun elderly get stepped on, and here, what got anything to do with Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee gets stepped on too? So I want to find out what the heck is going on here. Of course, this is unacceptable. So I found out from friends in Asia and China, there's this guy, okay, this guy who claim he is the third generation's under Grandmaster Yip Man, and who claimed that he is the actions director of this this Dan things in Chinese televisions or the New Year events. So this guy. So somehow he's attacking Xi Xiaodong. And this guy, he's from Canada, okay? And in his YouTube, no, sorry, his video, not YouTube, he's saying that he want to debunk, okay, that the Westerner put in a lot of money, try to distort the Chinese culture. And then here he said that to Xi Xiaodong, if you want to fight, then fight. And then always he put his Yip Man third generations. Okay. So I checked him again, and he said that this is the person, his family live in Vancouver. So this person went back to China using the packaging of loving the country, patriot of China, selling his online stuff. Okay, and of course he's very proud of he is one the action director of this thing. Now, Xu Xiaodong went to his teacher's school saying that, hey, how to settle this. And Xi Xiaodong bring document like, if you want to fight, your legal document and so forth. His teacher, this guy, ignoring Xi Xiaodong, there's no respect at all. He went there and singing his Cantonese opera. So here Xi Xiaodong said, this is Wing Chun karaoke, martial arts school. Well, so at this point, there are many issues here. I went back and chat with some friend in Asia, and they are Wing Chun seafoods, and they told me that in China there's a lot of nonsense. People are commercialize Wing Chun, making use of Wing Chun names to make money. And in fact, I see it now. You cause all this problem for Wing Chun, for Grandmaster Yip Man, for Bruce Lee. Okay? And you cause all this problem, but do you take care of your problem? So it's like he caused all the problem and he dumped the entire thing to Wing Chun, to Yip Man, to Bruce Lee. Well, that's why I chat with many seafoods in Asia and say, yeah, the Chinese is right now doing those things. So you exploit Wing Chun to make money. Act like you know it all in Chinese culture. Yeah, the Westerner is actually really bad. They try to distort your Chinese culture, everything. And this guy is from Canada, okay? So if he really think that way, we are in the West is try to distort the Chinese culture. Why do he still live in Canada? Why don't he go move back to China? Okay, and so this is fake Wing Chun people, fake. Okay, so the Wing Chun Sifu in Asia is telling me the Chinese is doing this bullshit. Okay, making money and let people put down Wing Chun and so forth, so forth. So the first thing I share to the entire world and to the Chinese, and there's a lot of young Chinese who don't know that Wing Chun is anti-Qing. Wing Chun ancestor is fighting to overthrow the Qing. And as in San Francisco, the Chinese Freemasons, the American Chinese Freemasons is gathering money to support the overthrow of the Qing government or the entire kingdom, and the anti-Qing of the entire world, the Chinese overseas is putting in the money. Okay, so I ask everybody how to genocide the Wing Chun. Without Wing Chun, do you have even China today? Without all the Wing Chun ancestor and the anti-Qing ancestor died to overthrow the Qing, is there a China today? So how can you genocide it? Grandmaster Yip Man already passed for 50 years. For heaven's sake, the old man do his good for Wing Chun. Why keeping stepping on him? Bruce Lee. What is this got to do with Bruce Lee? So the entire thing, I also say in my video that if you are a friend of Xi Xiaodong, go tell Xi Xiaodong, I agree with you to take out, to just expose all this bullshit, fake kung fu, fake Wing Chun, fake everything. Okay. However, whatever his problem or his seafood's problem, it's not Wing Chun problem. They do not represent Wing Chun. They do not represent Yip Man. They do not represent Bruce Lee. So in my YouTube, I say that in Chinese. Okay, I don't want to say two-face. I just tell you what it is. I I I say it in the Chinese YouTube. I say, hey, Xiao Dong, you do a great job to take down all this bullshit, all this fake Chinese kung fu. But that got nothing to do with Wing Chun, Yip Man, or the Bruce Lee. So if you say this, it just only bring negative to what good thing you have done for the Chinese Kung Fu and for the China. Okay, so you need to not involve this because the guy who caused this problem is this guy and he's very not respectful sifu of this guy. Okay, see in the real Chinese culture, Chinese martial art culture, which I share in the YouTube too. One is have to responsible for one's family, one's kung fu family. One don't simply say, "Well, I want to fight you," and then or create all kinds of problem, or like this. Okay, when people look at you, say, "Hey, your student is this, this, this." You look at the situation. If your student screwed, then you say he's screwed. I'm going to take care of him. But you do hear singing song, do not listen to Xiao Dong. This is not respectful. Chinese, real Chinese martial artists don't do that. You respect your opponent. If people complain that your student is nonsense, create problem, you take it. If it's your student's problem, expel the hell out of that guy. Not to mention right now, you create all kinds of stuff like this. Why do I have to take this bullshit? Why do I want to hear about, oh, the Wing Chun get genocide? Do you want to hear it, our brother, sister in America, in the West? And of course, you piss off Xi Xiaodong and you act like that. So you got Xi Xiaodong to be get totally up to his head and get into all this thing. That's why I said to Xi Xiaodong, I say, in publicly in my YouTube there, this is the guy who caused the problem. They do not represent Wing Chun, Yip Man, or Bruce Lee. Leave Wing Chun, Yip Man, and Bruce Lee alone. I say it here because of this is in America. In China, you have all kinds of who know political or whatever burden. But hey, man, we cannot just keep quiet. Okay. Now, so I tell them who is Wing Chun. Okay, and I tell them what is Wing Chun like. Okay, all those nonsense, all those nonsense stuff. There's no Wing Chun there, but bullshit. Okay, by what? By Chinese history facts. Okay, in writing. So there another friend after watching my YouTube asking me, he said, Hendrik, Wing Chun beside in the movie, can it really fight? So I explained to him, I said, whatever you see in the movie is not Wing Chun at all. It's bullshit. Actually, this is not what I said. The seafoods in Asia told me, say, Hendrik, this is get really bad already. Keeping creating trouble with other people and cannot clean his ass, their ass, and just like let the Wing Chun like collapse. Okay, they just exploit making money and act like, oh, I'm this generation, that generation. Generation for what? Okay, distorted Wing Chun and so forth. So this friend in YouTube watching my YouTube channel asking me, I mean, it is alleged when people see that. so ugly, say that, oh yeah, I know. Beside in the movie, can Wing Chun really fight at all? So I explained to him, I said, you know what? There is a standard to know what is the real Wing Chun and what is the fake Wing Chun. Okay. And in fact, let me share with you 130 years ago, 130 years ago, the Chinese, the Chinese already tried to clean up three things. This is at 1930. Okay. The first thing is to smash away, to clean up the how to say that the promotions of everybody's style and lineage. The promotions, for example, you often see, you often heard about, oh, that my grandmaster beat that grandmaster. My style is better than that style. Okay, and keeping talking all those kind of nonsense. That is what 100 years ago the Chinese, the real serious Chinese martial artists want to get rid of. But today, just face it, even in Wing Chun, how many of those nonsense bullshit is speculate around? The second thing is 100 years ago, they want to just completely get rid of the mysticism. So, like what? Fajing, internal Fajing, mind power Fajing, Neijing, whatever Jing. 100 years ago, they want to get rid of it because this is nonsense. The third is they want to get rid of the stage martial arts. The stage, like you dance and you call that martial arts. This is the three thing. The Chinese martial artist, the real deal guy, 100 years ago in 1930s, tried to get rid of it. And at that time, people really want to get rid of it because they say that a martial art has to be able to fight and be able to strengthen the body. Guess what? After this is surface and martial artists want to do this and kung fu school participate in it, the Japanese invade China. So all these people, the good people, go become army, go fight the Japanese invasion. Of course, they die, they sacrifice. And the China in the turmoil until the Cultural Revolution, all this thing. And guess who left? Those who keeping bullshit on their grandmaster, those who keeping talking of their fudging, their internal, those who making things like in the state performance, they survive. Why? They never fought the Japanese. They're sitting in at home, smoking opium and doing bullshit. Okay? So today you see this. So today you see this. This is last year, 2024. Okay? The Central Television's the New Year event. Uh, Using dance to represent martial arts. Okay? Uh, Dance, Wing Chun, to show the essence of Chinese Kung Fu Wing Chun. What? This is the guy. This is the guy who is inside there. So 100 years ago, the ancestor, the real Chinese, want to get rid of it. And you get this kind of people in one way is saying that, oh, the Westerner, this is the Westerner putting money, try to screw up your Chinese culture and so forth. Okay? And then here he said, "Well, Xiao Dong, you want to fight?" But where the hell he is and create all this mess? Again, he's from Canada, from Vancouver. So you live in Vancouver, you live in the West, you think that the Chinese, the Westerner is trying to screw up your the Chinese, the China, the culture, then don't live in Vancouver. Go back to China. But what this guy is doing exactly what I just shared with you 100 years ago, the Chinese martial art, the real martial art who fought the Japanese, who died, say no. Okay? How ugly is this? Nonsense. So that's why the young Chinese asking me, is Wing Chun just good at the stage and the movie? And I say no, there's a standard. So I open up the standard because it's necessary now for Wing Chun. So what is the standard? The standard is the Qi Ji Guang, General Qi Ji Guang Classic. Remember, Wing Chun is from the Ming Dynasty military, the real martial art, and uh, it is from Qi Ji Guang, so he have a standard. This is for his training of his army. The Chinese today, the young Chinese did not know, they did not go study the ancient classic. And the guy who doing Kung Fu today, even do Wing Chun today, most have no idea what it is. So today I want to bring it up in America because in the Asia Sifu, they are really, really depressed. What can they say anyway? You have political pressure, you have this pressure, you have that pressure. For me, I don't give a damn. I just tell you what the hell is going on. Hey, if I don't go to China, so be it. One have to live like a real person. And the Chinese the ancestor, the Chinese teaching is to be honest, to be good to people. Not like, hey, you're Westerner, I'm Chinese, and all this kind of nonsense. As we know, at every country, at every race, there are good people and bad people. We don't stereotype things and we don't create things to make whatever opportunity for us. That's not right. So I share with everybody, this is the General Qi Ji Guang's classic, martial art classic, fighting art classic. It's only 631 Chinese character. However, it covers everything all Wing Chuners must know, or all Chinese Kung Fu practitioners must know. The real one, not the bullshit internal. Have this Fa Jing and everything people fly. Have you never see that those things works? No. So this is the thing. So today we want to have this standard. We need to ask ourselves, what we learn, what we practice, is it accord to this? If it's not, drop it. Walk out from it. If it is partial only, make sure you get it complete. Because this is Qi Ji Guang trained his army for it. And this is the real deal, real, real deal. So Qi Ji Guang is, you can call it a father of Chinese Kung Fu. Okay? Since past 450 years, there is no such thing as anybody who is better than him. Okay? So there's no such thing as any grandmaster, my grandmaster, bullshit. Okay? So I was explaining this writing. Okay, this writing. I say that most people just only read the first line of this classic and they thought they know. But they don't. The real way today we want to read it is start from the end. Why? We want to start with the goal, the destinations. So it's very simple. It is actually, I already get this informations in my book. This is a very important book because this is based on the classic of Qi Ji Guang. This tell you what exactly is the classic of Qi Ji Guang in details. Now, so let me give you a really quick run through so that you know what is within the General Qi Ji Guang's writing and really study it and make how to say that, take proud of yourself that you are Wing Chuners. And it is also with this, you can prove to the martial art world that is it a real deal? Wing Chun is a real deal or is a fake bullshit deal? So let me get through with you really fast. If you want to go details, go buy this book and go study it. Study every piece of it. Okay? It's details. So at the end, he said that if you are really good in martial art, of course you have a lot of guts. Okay? If you're afraid of your enemy, that means you have lack of experience. Those who know how to fight well will have a really uh, deep experience. Okay. Once you learn what you learn, you must go spar, you must go test it out. But psychologically, mentally, you must not thinking about, oh, winning is good, losing is no good. And then just looking for winning and losing. What you must do is you test out your combinations, you test out your attack, you test out your defense, and know why does it work, why it is not work. So, on another word is, if you want to be good at martial art, you want to have the experience, the first thing you must fight. Test out what you have. Forget about I'm the number one, I'm the king of Wing Chun. Forget about it. You need to fight a lot, different people, different style to gather your experience. That's the bottom line of a fighter. Not about I'm a competitor, I'm a champion in this and champion that. No. You want to be good in martial art, you want to be a good fighter, the bottom line is to try to collect as much experience you want. That's what General Qi Ji Guang said. So here, up here, General Qi Ji Guang said, martial art, fighting art, non-armed combat, unarmed combat is the root of all fighting arts. And it is the base, the fundamental, so that you be able to use weapon. So no, it is not true as usually people say. Wing Chun is from this knife, from this pole. That's nonsense. Qi Ji Guang say here, when he trained his army, look in the history, he can wipe out, like in the Whitewater battlefield, he can wipe out 2,000 of his army, uh, 2,000 of his opponent's army, the entire thing wipe out, and he only lose about 3 to 5 men. That's what effective and efficiency. This is how they train. Okay, so his men, he's trained that way. They are using weapon in the battlefield. Even they use firearm, but they have to train their body, unarmed combat. Okay, and move forward. You say that you must have the full range of fighting. Full range of fighting. So full range of fighting meaning one must have the long fist, long distance, short strike, including the throw, joint lock, and so forth, and the ground fighting. Look at it. This is 450 years ago. The ground fighting is not jujitsu, it's not wrestling, it's not judo. Chinese have his own ground fighting. So Qi Ji Guang said here, you must have all of this. So he trained his army with this. And there's a sidetrack, Wing Chun, and if you say even the Ngo Zhou Gun of Fujian, and many, even the dog fist of Fujian, all of this under the Qi Ji Guang system, every one of it have this comprehensive training, and they have their specialty. Wing Chun have all this comprehensive training, and his specialty is short strike. That's what it is. So he said that you must have that. So if you look at that, it's like, I mean, it is MMA, right? This is 450 years ago. And this is not tournament, commercialized fight. This is real go to battlefield. If you don't train properly, you die. Okay, Qi Ji Guang said if you in his teaching, in my book you can read it. It said if you do not train properly, if you train properly, the bandits you will defeat. You can kill the bandit. If you don't train properly, you just lag there. The bandit, the bad guy will kill you. Okay, I put it in my book. This is the teaching of Qi Shi Guang at that time. Well, this is the army, man. What do you expect? And here it said that if you just have punching or kicking, you have only one staff and you don't have the rest. Well, chance you are lucky if you are winning. So it's just another way of saying that, come on, you only can win due to you are lucky. You get wiped out. Look at today. Look at the Tai Chi guy. Fa Jing internal. That's exactly what the Qi Ji Guang say. You're going to get to hell if you just like today's Wing Chun. You stand there, tan bong folk like this. It's exactly fall into this what Qi Ji Guang said. You're going to get screwed. So look at so many people, so many Chinese martial art today. It's like that. In fact, Qi Ji Guang tell you 450 years ago, you have to cover this, or else you're looking for trouble. Now, so when Qi Ji Guang say this is because after he went to see all the different style at his time, all the chunk of the thing, which is I highlight. Well, he's army general. He need to fight the Japanese pirates. The Japanese army at that time, sorry, the Chinese army at that time is no can do. Like 100 Japanese pirate can fought 10,000 the Ming Dynasty army. So Qi Shi Guang have to go inside there, look at what the heck is going on here. And that's why after he looked at everything, he said that, man, your style have only hand. You don't have kick. You cannot go down to the ground. Are you going to win? Seriously? Something like that. So he's just saying it in the polite way. Say, oh, you win only at your if it is in your war zone, your battle zone. But it's like the reality is that you are actually betting with your luck if you don't know this. And of course, the Japanese pirate at that time is using samurai sword and the Jiu-Jitsu. So that's why you look at today, the Wing Chuners went to study Jiu-Jitsu. BJJ, why? Look at the history, how many get dragged down to the ground and over. So stop to using all those. I'm the which generations from which grandmaster. Those say nothing. Okay. So this is about the Jana Chi Chi Guang said you have to have a comprehensive system. And then he said here, go back one step. One must learn broadly. One must go learn everything and remember and test it out. Remember here? Learn and test it out. Those who have all the informations and experience and be able to calculate is the one who win. There's no such thing in Chinese Kung Fu like, I'm this Tai Ji from Zhan Sang Feng is the ultimate boxing. Bullshit. Within this, I just share with you the list here. The list here, where Qi Ji Guang go through. There's no Tai Ji Quan there. There's no Zhan Sang Feng there. None. Zero. So past 100 years, you're just making up. I share with you that three things. Oh, my style is the best. My grandmaster is the top of the world. The second is, oh, we have this chi, this internal, this whatever heck. And yet, Qi Shi Guang 400 years ago, 450 years ago, I already tell you, you got into a serious problem, man. Okay, so move forward. You say that in the fighting, you don't block. You don't try to absorb his power with your Neijing, with your what the heck, mind power, whatever power with your Qi Sao. There's no block, there's no resistance. It's just one strike. Continue strike. That's what Qi Ji Guang said. That's how he taught his army. And then he said that it is speed, speed, speed. How fast you can do it. And then he said that whatever you don't know will kill you. So if you're just standing down there in your Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma doing all the Xiu Lim Tao like that, you're looking for trouble. Whatever the grapple and every just go grab you down to the ground and eat you alive. 450 years ago, already predict to tell you you're in a disaster, man. And then continue on. He said that momentum change to another momentum to defeat your opponent. In today's language, so he said that from one momentum, one type of momentum, change to another, transform to another momentum to defeat your opponent. In today's words, we can say that it is different type of using different type of combo to defeat your opponent. So if you don't know all this combo, you're thinking about just go standing up that doing your tan pong fuk. When have you seen anybody using tan pong fuk can resolve all those combinations? Can it? Or you're really living in a movie fantasy. Okay. So this is what General Chi Ji Guang said here. Dynamically playing the momentum game with distance, angle, and level change, meaning that they have different type of combo to play this game. That's fighting. And then he have four type of the basic. Number one, soft, mean you need to dodge away. Okay, you need to dodge. Soft, you need to dodge. And this soft to be soft, like Wing Chun is soft, right? Meaning that you need to be able to dodge. This thing in Shaolin Sword Strike is further explained because Shaolin Sword Strike is actually under the Qi Ji Guang training. Yes, Shaolin is actually under Qi Ji Guang's and at that time another general Yu Dayu at the Ming Dynasty. In the Ming Dynasty, under the Ming Dynasty influence, because the Shaolin monk lost his their fight with the challenge of the Yi Dayu, which is the colleague of Qi Shi Guang. So Yi Dayu went to Shaolin Temple and tested out. They lost. So Yi Dayu brought the monk to the military and trained them. So Shaolin Sword Strike is from the military. Okay, as I just explained to you. Now, so over here it said that dodge, dodge. Okay, soft mean dodge. So over here it said that you dodge away. So it doesn't matter how powerful he is, he dodge away. Concession without concessions. Meaning, meaning, you want to strike my center line, I give it to you. You want it here, I give it to you. I'm not going to stay here to block, to turn, or whatever, or step back. No. You want my center line here, I give it to you. But I move here. From this angle, I take your center line. This is also in Wing Chun saying, okay, 以闪为镜, 短破长, using dodging as an attack. We are a short strike art to destroy the long fist attack. So he want to strike me here, you dodge in here. You strike it from here. Okay? So that's what it means. This is means soft. It's not today. Taiji! Oh no, soft power. Bullshit. Okay? So that's what it is. It's ridiculous, like hell already. Okay? So so over here he said in the Shaolin, he said that while you are dodging, you always use your center line to face his center line, to focus, to track his center line. But you're not standing here to fight him or standing here to dissolve his power, far jing nonsense. You just go get in and he slips in and you get him. Those are the teaching of Qi Ji Guang. Okay? And it clearly, detailedly said in Shaolin Sword Strike. That's the first thing. So in the in this type of fighting, for example, you look at this, if it slips away and smash him, okay? Over here is a slips away, over this is a slips away, over here is a slips away, over here is a slip sideway, okay? But you do not stand there, you have to get in. So this is the first of the four basic of General Qi Shi Guang's basic momentum or combo fundamental. The second thing is that to throw, to capture and throw, you have to be fast. So this is talking about soft. This is talking about fast. To capture and throw, you have to be fast. This is capture and throw. This is capture and throw. Okay. So you make your opponent facing the sky because you just you just slam him. Okay. but you need to be fast, or else you will never be able to do it. And then he said that to be fierce, aggressive, and continue is actually you chop, you chop, you actually you hook, you jab in a fierce way. So here, this is what it is. So it continually smash, smash, smash. Okay, so you look at like the Hong Seng Chai Lei Fat, is continuous. The body is like the gyros. Okay, so that is the aggressive of Qi Ji Guang's fundamental. And then another one is uh the the slick way, the slick way is using the slick way of uh, uh, attack your opponents, the slick way. So this is the slick way. You see, it's a single leg. Slick way is always single leg. You stick your leg back there, you throw him. And in the kicking, like the turning kick, the back kick is also slick way. Okay. So you kick him while he doesn't know. You know, he thought that you go away, you just kick him. You know, he thought one way, you push him, he pushed back, you just stick your leg back there and then you just throw him. Okay, this is a slick way. So this is the four fundamental of fighting. And then at the end, you know, at the very beginning, he said that your body has to be agile. Your hand, it has to be agile. Your leg, your footwork has to be light but firm. You need to be able to go to all the direction, okay? And your leg must be able to sprint. So this is what is in the General Qi Ji Guang's classic. So look at that. Just replay what I share with you from if you want to be a good fighter to up to here. If you are Wing Chuners, you are other Chinese martial artists, other martial art style, you ask yourself for every one of this. If you are missing something, you better put it back. If you are getting misleaded, like oh, you put it down there, you stand there with your man sao, and then you can defeat everything. Hey man, drop it because you're looking for trouble. You're looking at get KO. Okay. So this is the bottom line of Chinese Kung Fu. The real Chinese Kung Fu is based on this fundamental. The real one who fought had been tested in the battlefield and been tested in the anti-Qing and all this thing for past 450 years. Not this thing. Not this thing. Not the movie nonsense. Okay. Not the movie thing like this. Not the movie nonsense like this. Are you serious? You're going to fight him, Mike Tyson, this way? You look at Tyson, isn't the Tyson what Tyson do is very accord to General Qi Ji Guang? Look at this. Okay, look at what Tyson do. While this guy, this fake guy is standing there punching, what Tyson do? Isn't it Tyson do this? Stuck. So somehow it gets stuck now. I won't be able to share with you. But isn't that is what General Chi Chi Guang say it is a momentum game by changing the angle, changing the distance, and changing the level. That's what the Mike Tyson do. So 400 years ago, that is a basic law, universal law of fighting or martial arts. And General Qi Ji Guang's classic is the basic is like Newton's law. Okay, if you want to study physics, the basic law, Newton's law. That General Qi Ji Guang's uh, 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 classic is the Newton's law. You look at that, it cannot be wrong. Disregard of which martial art system you're studying, you look at that, the fundamental is following that. Now look back to your Wing Chun. If you're Wing Chuners or if you're other Chinese martial art, look back. Do you study, do you follow what the General Qi Ji Guang teach? Or you have this, oh, my grandmaster is this. I am the third generations of this grandmaster. I am the this guy, this guy, this guy. Oh, my grandmaster fight who fight who. Oh, my grandmaster just use one move to fight who. But nobody ever tell you what the heck is going on for the basic. I just share with you on General Chi Chi Guang thing, right? So the friend asking me is Wing Chun can fight only in a movie. I say that what in the movie is nonsense. It's not Wing Chun. The real Wing Chun is what I just shared with you. I share with him too. You have to base on General Chi Chi Guang. And same thing. You look at it as what I share with you. Even Mike Tyson is following that basic. It's like anybody. As soon as you're human, you're moving and you build a building. You follow the Newton's law. In today's Wing Chun, like that guy who tried to looking for trouble with Xiau Dong is like what is talking like flying in the flying levitate and flying the sky, singing a song and all those nonsense. So this is what I share in all this YouTube, and I just put it straight right now because after I talk, I chat with the Sifu in Asia, Wing Chun Sifu in Asia. There's no time for nonsense bullshit anymore. This fake guy who have no experience in fighting act like they know everything, act like they know Chinese culture, act like oh yeah, this is the Chinese way and all this nonsense bullshit. And it's going to cause what? Like you get Xi Xiaodong, create problem with Xi Xiaodong, and then everybody keep quiet. Hey, for heaven's sake, if you want to create problem with Xi Xiaodong, can you a man enough to stand up for Wing Chun? You say, well, I'm Wing Chun, this third generation every shit. If you dare to say that, you better stand up for Wing Chun. But right now everything quiet. And you like the Xi Xiaodong just stress everything. Is that looking good in YouTube? Is that looking good that it just spread to everywhere that Xi Xiaodong said he want to genocide Wing Chun, he want to all this with the Yip Man and all this Bruce Lee. So this is to share with you all. It's time for revolution. Enough is enough bullshit. Okay. So this is the bottom line. I tell you straight, whatever heck it is, if you really want to learn Wing Chun, go back, go study that Chi Chi Guang writing and with the details and everything. Okay. I always tell people, in me, in the Sifu, in Grandmaster, I never trust. I only trust Chi Chi Guang. Why? He's in the battlefield. He fought his war. He have all the records. It's not even just competition. It's a real war, life and death. So I can bet on him, not other people else. And Wing Chun is based on that. And that's why I ask people. Is Wing Chun fake? Of course not. Wing Chun is based on that classic of Chi Chi Guang. Is Wing Chun no can do and fake? Of course not. Wing Chun is belong to that anti-Qing. Without the anti-Qing, without Wing Chun and all this anti-Qing and Wing Chun ancestor, does it have a modern China today? So that's why I tell Xiao Dong too. I say, there is a guy who caused problem with you, but it got nothing to do with Wing Chun, got nothing to do with Ip nothing to do with Bruce Lee. We Wing Chuners need to be able to protect our Wing Chun, protect the elderly of Wing Chun, like Yip Man. Even if it's not my lineage, we all have to protect it. Why? Are you a human or are you what? Just for yourself. So this is the proper way. Speak the truth, showed by evidence. You do not go looking for trouble with other people. As Chi Chi Guang said, do you want to be a good fighter? Go fight a lot, gain your experience, but never say I beat this guy, or this kind of thing. Bullshit. You're missing the point. The point is to get all the experience. So enough is enough. It's not like your Wing Chun go chi sao and all this thing, and then talk Xiu Li Pao, all this grandmaster do this way. What is the point? Is there anything got to do with the Chi Chi Guang teaching, the very basic? If you don't have that very basic teaching, do you think you will survive with Xi Xiaodong? So this is what I like to share with you. Okay, I speak up because I don't think this is true. I don't think this is the way how things should be done. Okay, because I'm a Wing Chun nurse too. Same with everybody. If we don't speak up, you let everybody shut up. You let the everybody get trashed, like Grandmaster Yip Man get trashed, Wing Chun get trashed, and then you call yourself, I'm a Grandmaster. What Grandmaster is that? You don't even have a gut to stand up to face to confront whatever it is, like the sifu of this guy. Do you have a gut to confront to stand up facing Xi Xiaodong? If you are right, you say Xi Xiaodong, I am right. This is what it is. As what I told Xi Xiaodong, how can you genocide Wing Chun? Wing Chun is a part of Chinese history. Wing Chun is never fake. Wing Chun is a part of Qi Ji Guang, and that is military. That's war. You can, right? So because as Qi Ji Guang said, you don't have confidence. You don't know what you are doing. Like that guy Chi Xiaodong go look for him and tell him that, hey, complain your student is this. If you really want to fight, let's sign the contract and everything. You just go singing karaoke. Does that look good? Of course, all martial artists love the hell out of you. The first thing, if you want to be a warrior, you better respect your opponent and man enough to stand up to say, okay, this is my fault. This is my student's fault. I'll take care of it. Sorry. That just show people that you are serious. But doing whatever he doing, behave like that, this is not Wing Chun. This is called bullshitter. And then promoting like his student promoting, say, oh, the Westerner try to distort our Chinese culture. And yet he have no idea on what is Chinese culture. And yet he live in Canada. What is this? So I share straight with you. Okay. I don't want to be two-faced or talk two different things. What I share with you and I share with Asia the same. You don't like me, fine. Okay. But what is this is what it is.